Hey everyone, it is me FC, and today I'm going to be talking about the Hocus Pocus project that is on the Pulse Chain network. So a little bit of a disclaimer before I go into what the project is I just really like making videos on the projects that are coming out on the Pulse Chain. Now this means that I don't know if they're going to do well. I don't know if they're going to be something that's not good for the community. I don't know. And it is not my responsibility in this to be able to tell you that, because honestly, I have no clue. And so what I'm here to do is just shed some light on what it is so you can do your own research, which you need to do, and look into it more. But I'm really excited about this project because I found something in it that actually seemed very useful to me in my approach and what I want to do once Pulse Chain launches. So I am currently on their Twitter page, and their handle is HocusPocus. On their page, you can see a couple of different things. I'm going to come back to this at the end because they do have some exciting things coming up. But if you want to go look at their website, you click on this hocuspocus.finance. So then it brings us to their website. Also, I love their logo. I think it's really cool. Love how, it has just like the gradient. I think it looks really good. So this is their website. You can buy, enter app, and documents. We'll come here first. So to buy it, you have to buy it through PulseX, but none of this is out yet. So just a note going forward. And then you can enter the app, but it's under construction, so they don't have it up yet. I actually don't know if they're going to have a test net. That would have been a good question to ask. But they do have their site right here, just a little bit of a sampler, and you can't do anything with it. And then, if you click Documents, it brings you to their white paper. So I'm not going to go through all this because it is a lot. But I read through probably 80% of it, and I want to highlight a couple of things. Perfect. So I'm going to read a lot of this just because it's important. Hocus Pocus is a DeFi protocol which simplifies staking and farming for investors on the Pulse Chain network within the landscape of Richard Heart's ecosystem. We do this by providing a passive income simply through buying and holding our native token, HOC. Also, I did ask, that is how they want you to say it, is HOC. The average Pulse Chain investor has no significant barriers to enter a stake. Though the benefits of staking are self-evident, only a small portion of investors stake their tokens. With the arrival of Pulse Chain and PulseX, there will also be a new kind of investor who is not familiar with the Richard Heart ecosystem and the phenomenon of staking. The added complexity that comes with DeFi can create pitfalls for investors who don't understand the mechanisms and terminology such as staking, farming, liquidity pools, and so on. So a lot of us here are, to bring light on those, but, people aren't going to know how to do a lot of these things. And so I think it's very useful that this is how they have set the stage. So let's keep reading. Hocus Pocus allows investors to buy the native token HOC on the Pulse Chain network via their chosen wallet on PulseX. There are two potential returns from holding HOC. First, holders receive automatic reflections in HOC directly to their wallets. No additional handling of staking and claiming via dashboard is required. So that's really nice. There's no additional steps with just that. This is a smart contract feature that works by taxing sellers of HOC. Our smart contract will distribute a portion of HOC generated to existing holders. Okay, so that's the first thing. You just buy HOC and you hold it. Wonderful. Second, the taxation mechanism also sends a portion of HOC to the Hocus Pocus Treasury Wallet. We then utilize our expertise in various areas, including staking and farming on the Pulse Chain network. Okay, we're just going to stop right here super quick. So this is the sentence of this document that caught my attention. So if you've ever watched any of my videos about PulseX and the way that you can use your PulseX, there's two options. There is staking it, which is a single-sided pool, or you can pair it in a liquidity pair and farm it. Now, I really don't understand farming that much. Staking is very easy for me personally because it's just one thing. But doing the liquidity pair, there's something called impermanent loss, which means that there's potential that you can lose money And I don't 100% understand farming enough to be able to be like, oh, I feel confident in what I'm doing to not have something like that happen. Well, what this is saying is Hawk gets put into this Treasury wallet, and then they do the staking and farming for you. So let's just read that again. The taxation mechanism also sends a portion of Hawk to the Hocus Pocus Treasury wallet. We then utilize our expertise in various areas, including staking and farming on the Pulse Chain network. Staking rewards and the increasing price of the staked tokens are returned as profits to the holders and liquidity providers. Perfect. This distribution is at the discretion of the Hocus Pocus team, although we have and will continue to give the community the opportunity to vote on the best approach to growing the treasury and rewarding loyal holders. So that is very nice because it's kind of letting people be hands off with what they hold, and it's through this taxation that they do. We strive to propel and develop the project for the benefit of the investor by maximizing their long-term returns and by listening closely to feedback from the community. We are on our own hedge fund. No middleman is involved. Hocus Pocus does the legwork, and you can reap the rewards. So just reading that, like, that sounds awesome to me because it's something that I personally could find useful in my own if I wanted to even dabble somewhat in that farming. But I wouldn't have to do anything because the Hocus Pocus team's doing it. So there is that. It goes into the taxation, and if you're interested in more into that, this goes into it. Okay, supply. So there is going to be this many coins of Hawk. I'm not even going to try and say that. And something that I thought was interesting is they're only calculating to 4 decimals instead of the 18 decimals, which is usually what happens with Solidity. And it's just making it more clear data, which I thought was, an interesting way to go about that. Part of the tax that is going to happen on the process of getting Hawk does go to charity. So that's nice. The charity is chosen by the people in the community that have Hawk. So that's good. And then here's a flow of how it works. Why they chose Pulse Chain, donations. Okay. And then the Treasury. So this is basically what I was just talking about before, but they apply a 10% tax, and then 3.5% of this tax goes directly to the Treasury wallet, and then they go through and break it up from there. And then they will have this dashboard, which is super cool. We kind of saw it earlier. And then they go into just several other things. They have their team. And then you can buy it. So there is going to be an airdrop. I think it was, I totally just passed over it. This. So their coins, let me zoom in. Okay, so their total supply is that. 10% will be an airdrop, 5% will go to the team, and then 85% will be pooled tokens. So the airdrop, I actually asked about this too. You get the airdrop by having sacrificed for Pulse. So PLS. And they there's no sacrifice phase, but there is a fair launch is what they're calling it. So there is that, which is great. I didn't sacrifice for Pulse, so sadly, if that's what they keep it to, I won't have any of it airdrop to me, which is okay, because who knows, maybe I'll put it on my list of things to buy once Pulse Chain launches. But I do want to scroll to the bottom. It does talk about the sacrifices for the very last slide. There is, oh goodness, there's no winning with Zoom right now. Okay, so the airdrop is 10% of the total supply. This will be divided into parts. A part of the Pulse Chain sacrifices and a part for additional rewarding to our liquidity providers. But they currently have 2 things going on Twitter. First thing is they have a poll that's going on if they should allow the airdrop to also be for their Telegram members. And right now, it was like, I think when I looked, it was like 90% of people said yes. So you're definitely going to want to join their Telegram group. And then they also have a giveaway right now. So how you do that is you like and retweet this post, you join their Telegram, so that's kind of like a double win, and then you are going to be entered in for that. So go check out Hocus Pocus, do some more research, ask your mentors like what they think on it. But for me personally, I think it's going to be a really cool project that allows for, first off, people to be onboarded into the community because they don't have to worry about doing all of these different things by themselves. And so there's that. But then also, like, for me, I am experienced in crypto, but not experienced enough in, like, farming specifically. And so that is an interesting thing that I think could be a decent win if this project works out. And everyone on their team has been so kind to me, and it seems like they have a good team going for them. And I don't think I read it, but they have 10 people on their team. But yeah, check out their white paper, go look it up, and if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Thanks, everyone.